What's going on, everybody? All right, so I'm going to talk about Joe Fells here and my experience of what happened back in February, the first month of February, up in Houston, whenever they went to Houston for their event, for Nature Jab's event, to talk about all of this stuff, and he was having Joe at some of the events with him. So, mark back all the way to February. So I get there, I'm doing all my stuff, and I had my GoPros, I had multiple GoPros, I had my camera, and well, sadly, my camera footage, all of that wasn't working. The audio didn't work, so I could only have the video. Ultimately, I deleted those videos, but I kept my GoPro videos. And let me tell you how many orbs I saw in all of my videos. And I can show off these videos that do have orbs on my GoPros. Um, Now, I'm asking about if he went to Goatman's Bridge because I know that Parker lives in Dallas and he knows about Goatman's Bridge. And if none of y'all know what Goatman's Bridge is, just look up Goatman's Bridge, Denton, Texas, and you'll read a lot. So strike back to after the event. 3 days later, my leg goes out, and so back in 2013, I got body slammed on concrete. I got my skull fractured in two layers, and my tailbone got cracked in two places, and my meniscus got messed up. So for 3 months, my leg went in a paralysis mode where I had no feeling in my leg. And this is 3 days after I go to that event. And whenever I was there and I was getting ready to leave, I felt this energy. And this energy was not a pleasant energy. This energy was an old energy that I have felt before. And it was Goatman Bridge energy. And the reason why I keep saying about Goatman Bridge is because I went there as an early teenager and I had someone who lost their life. My family basically split up. A lot of wreckage happened in my life. And so I escaped all of that. And I got away and I never went back. Well, I believe it found me again because one of them, or both of them, or none of them went there. But Parker went to Goatman's Bridge, and I know it. So, and Julian had done this video ordeal going through the forest with Parker, and I recognized this wall. It's the same wall that was in Goatman Bridge area. So tell me, did y'all go to Goatman's Bridge? Because guess what? Goatman's Bridge has killed people. Goatman Bridge has taken people out, and it's been months later. And supposedly, after he got back from Costa Rica, Joe got back from the States and went back to Costa Rica. His last 4 months was intense. It was hard. It was crazy. There was a lot of things going on in life. And I held on to these footages, these pieces of information that I had because the things that he was saying was something very striking. And something I had a feeling that I needed to keep this footage hidden and suppressed for a minute. So, months go by. We're going on to 6 months. And then on Friday, the Friday that we just had, my whole world went upside down. And I was very angry. I was bitter. I was having some pit in my soul. So there was something going on very, very deep. And on Saturday night, so I went to go put my kid down, but I was feeling very, very, very tired. So I go to put my kid down at 8:30 at night. And that's usually not his bedtime, but I was like, nah, I'm putting him down. Whenever I go to sleep, and this is where it's really chilling, because I think I channeled Joe. So I was running through a forest because I had this very vivid dream. And just hear me out. Now this could actually really get me in trouble and actually really, really hurt. I don't know. But I have to say it. I have to say it. So I was running through a forest and I couldn't see anything, but I was feeling electricity, like some electric force behind me, and I was hearing chanting. And while I'm running, all of a sudden I drop into this pit. I fall, and my whole body starts aching and aching and aching in pain. And all of a sudden I get shot multiple times in my back, and I wake up and my wife is right beside me, and it's 11:30 at night, and she said that how I was acting was sporadic, and I'm like I woke up and I was in pain, my whole body top to bottom, and I was so distorted. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? I don't know what's going on. I was feeling so off, there was not something right. Strike Monday morning, about 11:45, 12 o'clock in the afternoon. The whole world, at least, or not the whole world at first, the people who followed Alex and Joe and Nature Jab all heard about Joe losing his life. And I started putting two to two together. And I started thinking the concept again about Goatman's Bridge. And then I'm just like, holy shit, did I channel Joe? Guys, I don't think Joe, I don't think he went out easy. Because I don't have this stuff happen to me. And I don't have I have the whole spiritual ordeal that takes place. But I believe something connected to me and Joe. And I felt Joe's pain. So I believe Joe actually was running in fear of his life. And I think he fell in a pit. Now that this is vivid. This is not fun to even talk about. But I believe Joe fell in a pit and he broke his shit, because if this happened in Costa Rica in the middle of the night, you cannot see anything when you're running through those forests. So sue me, guys. Fucking sue me. But I'm saying this. And if you're suing me, let's go. Bring out all the evidence about Joe. I want to see everything about Joe. Because he said make us think about this stuff. And he said if anything ever happens to him or Nature Jab, make us think about it. And that's what I'm doing. But how it's affected me, and how it's messed with my mind, and how it's messed with my psyche, and how it's messed with my energy flow, shows that it's something else than what they're just saying overdose or something like that, or he took his own life. No. And this is why I do not believe it one single bit. I believe Joe ran, and he fell. And he fell in a pit. And he broke his shit. And they ended him. Just like that. And I hope I'm wrong, but not with that Goatman's energy bridge. Not with that kind of energy. I have to ask that. And that's why I will continue to keep asking that, because that is what is bugging the shit out of me. So bye.